Welcome or welcome back to my channel. I'm Hannah Blackwell, and today I'm going to be playing Once Upon a TBR game and Bookopoly to decide my September TBR. This is going to be my second ever time playing Once Upon a TBR game in Mariana, where I roll and pull prompts from jars to decide what I'm going to be reading in the next month. So I wanted to mention that if you do want to learn the rules of this game, I'm going to have my first video linked down below where I go over all the rules and everything like that, and that'll be in my TBR playlist as well. It's also a very special time because it is September, and that means Bookoplathon. Becca and the Books runs Bookoplathon, which is a month-long readathon every September. For this readathon, we can all play Becca's TBR game, and that's Bookopoly. So we get printables, and we get to play just like she does every month long. And so if you want any further information on this, I'm just going to go ahead and link Becca's Bookoplathon announcement below so that you can learn all the rules, get the printables, and play along yourself, because I totally encourage you to do so. So what I'm going to do is I will be playing Bookopoly first, and then I will be playing Once Upon a TBR game and just try to fit in what I can from the books that I picked for Bookopoly. Before we get into this, I just want to let you know all of my socials are going to be linked down below so that you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Goodreads, or TikTok. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I totally encourage you to do so that you can get more content from me in the future. If you like this video, click the like button and let me know, what are your reading plans in September? And are you playing Bookopoly along with me? So August actually went really well. I was very nervous because it was my first time playing Once Upon a TBR, and the game was not so nice to me. I actually ended up with 12 books on my TBR because I had a dragon and had to go all the way back to the beginning. Luckily, I read a lot, and so I was able to complete all these prompts. Did I complete all the books I said I was going to? No, but I did complete all of the prompts, or attempt. There was a DNF or two. So without any further chit chat, let's just go ahead and get into the games. Let's play some Bookopoly. Okay, so here we go. So that's 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Published or set before 1999. Okay, so for roll number 1, I rolled 11, and I landed on read a book that was published or is set before 1999, and for that book, I am picking The Year of the Witching by Alexis Henderson. This book is supposed to be super atmospheric and basically about a witch who gets lured into the forest during Puritan ages, and there are some unknown spooky vibes in this forest. I'm not quite sure if it's horror specifically, but it's horror-esque, a very almost just like an atmospheric horror, and I've heard really good things about this, and so I'm looking forward to reading this book that is just kind of seems like it's gonna have some really good spooky vibes. Okay. Roll number 2. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Favorite genre. Okay, so for roll number 2, we lucked out. We got an 8, and we landed on favorite genre. So I'm going to pick a fantasy paranormal romance because that is my favorite genre, and I'll be reading Claimed by Blood by Mary Mystery. This book just came out a few days ago, and it is her second book in this series that it starts with Entombed by Blood, which I read in August, and it's about this girl who is a vampire, and she is like the daughter of basically the big vampire lord who is super corrupt and dangerous, and she is betrayed and is buried alive for a very, very, very long time until she is awoken and basically fed the blood of a bunch of vampires and lycans and mixed like half lichen, half vampire mixes, I think. And they become like her mates, and it's a reverse harem paranormal romance with vampires and lichens and ghouls as well, and I'm really enjoying it. I love Mary Mystery as a paranormal romance writer. Goal number 3. Four. 1, 2, 3, 4. Letter. I apparently can't count. I don't even know what I was thinking.
What are you?
An idiot sandwich.
But now this has been filmed. I can't do anything about it. And basically, I'm just going to act as if I rolled a 5 and landed on color wheel, because that's the correct prompt I should have landed on, but I can't do anything about the further ones. So it's going to be like the next roll, it's going to go off from the wrong spot, and I can't do anything about that. So we're just going to go with it, and Hannah's an idiot, and I don't know. That's what it is. So we're going to do a color wheel, and I'm going to go ahead and insert that here. And it looks like we landed on blue. So for blue, I want to read Wolf Gone Wild. This is a book by Juliet Cross that is about a werewolf, and it is a paranormal romance that I've heard wonderful things about, but I really don't know anything about it. I just know that I've heard a lot of really good things, and I want to try out this series, and it's blue. I think fall is the best time for paranormal romance. Roll number 4. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A Beckerec. For roll number 4, I rolled a 7 and landed on a Beckerec. So for this one, it could change, but for now, I think I want to read Her Soul for Revenge, because Her Soul to Take was on Becca's list of recommendations on her video where she recommended us a book for each spot on the board. But I'm actually currently reading that book, and I have a feeling I'm going to want to read the sequel. So let's just go ahead and put it on the TBR. This series is like a paranormal horror romance that is giving major like Buffy and Twilight vibes, and I'm really digging it. Basically, we have a demon who is sent to take the soul of this girl who is like a ghost hunter, and things don't go as planned. So I am looking forward to reading this. Some stand-ins could be a Fortuna Sworn book, I can't even remember which one I'm on, or possibly Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier, but I think that more than likely I'll be reading Her Soul for Revenge. And 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Most recent purchase. Okay, so for the 5th roll, I rolled an 8 and landed on most recent purchase, and I recently did a book haul video, so you can definitely go ahead and check that out. I'll link it down below, but I think I'm going to go ahead and read a book from that video, and it's going to be Slewfoot by Bram, and I'm really excited about this. This is yet another like Puritan Society witch tale that I think is going to be really cool, and it's also got some pretty cool illustrations in it as well. Okay, so Bookopoly was not mean to me at all. I mean, I clearly had some issues, but that was definitely my own doing. But Bookopoly itself was really nice, so I'm very thankful for that. Okay, here we go. I'm going to be starting with my crystal at my cottage. First roll is an 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Book of Spells. Book club pick. I'm feeling like super loved by my board already because for my first roll, I rolled an 8 and I got book club pick. And so for book club pick, I'm going to be picking Dragon Age by M.L. Spencer. This is our August-September book pick for Femmes, Afictionados, which is a book club that I run with Maria Might Read That and Kay's Hidden Shelf. And so we are going to be talking about this in early October. We'll be doing a live show, and I totally encourage you guys to read along with us because I think it's going to be a lot of fun. We basically just read adult books every 2 months, so it's bi-monthly, and we read only adult fantasy books that were written by female authors. So I think this is going to be an awesome first book for us because this is an indie published book written by a female that is supposed to be like super classic epic fantasy feels. There are dragons, there's a chosen one, and I cannot wait to get to it. Roll number 2. Ten. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stones. Oh, I got 2. Featuring war. Okay, so for roll 2, I rolled a 10 and I got a book that features war. So I'm going to be reading Claimed by Blood, which I already had as one of my books from Bookoplathon. So I will be reading it also for Once Upon a TBR. And I've already told you all about this book, but yeah, I am really looking forward to reading this sequel. Roll number 3. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Book of Spouse. Novella. So for my third roll, I rolled a 5 and I got novella. So I'm going to be reading the next book in the Mind F series, and I think I'm on book number 4. That is All the Lies, and I'm looking forward to reading this book. And who knows, I might end up reading the 5th book too, because from what I hear, like, I think once you get into like the 4th book, you really want to go straight to the 5th. So we shall see, but this book is about a serial killer who is on, I mean, she's a serial killer, but only because she is basically playing out her revenge. And she falls for the Criminal Minds FBI investigator that is searching for her. So it's really cool. It's got Criminal Minds vibes, and I'm sure you've heard of it because it's been all over YouTube, and it's pretty freaking fun. Roll number 4. So this is doubles, so I'm going to roll one more and add it. So I'm going to roll this one right here, and I'll add it to my total. Okay, so I guess I'll do that again. So now my total is 3, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh my goodness. I am so glad. I thought I was gonna hit the freaking dragon again. Oh my goodness. Okay, 8 is elixir. Sci-fi. So for roll number 4, I got a double ones, and then I rolled again to add that number to my total, and I got another one. So then I rolled again, got a 5, and that gives me a total of 8. So I rolled an 8 basically, and my prompt was sci-fi. So it's not really the prompt that I wanted in the fall, but we're gonna go with it. I'm gonna read a sci-fi thriller, Dead Silence by S.A. Barnes. I've heard mixed reviews. I've heard some really great things. I've heard other people that were disappointed about it, but I'm looking forward to it because it sounds like an awesome book. It's basically a haunted ghost ship, but in space. So there is this salvage crew that comes upon a space vessel, like a spaceship that had been missing for a long time, and it may or may not be haunted. And I think I'm gonna like it. We'll see. I'm pretty excited for it though. Okay, roll number 5. Is 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Editing Hannah here. Recording Hannah, total dits. Apparently cannot count. This time read the dice correctly and yet still counted the wrong number of spaces.
What are you?
An idiot sandwich.
Can't do anything about it now, but that's just what it is. I swear it was not purposeful. This is what happens when you're trying to fit in recording during nap time. Sorry, guys. Elixir. A retelling. So for roll number 5, I rolled a 7 and my prompt was a retelling. And for this, I don't know if I'm really stretching this or not, but it is a retelling of a book. It's not really like a fairy tale retelling or a myth retelling, but it's a retelling. And that is Ruth Ware's The Turn of the Key. And it is a retelling of The Turn of the Screw, so I'm totally counting it. And this is actually the book club pick for my local thriller book club for September, so I'm really happy I fit it in. And this is about a girl who basically gets hired on to work at this smart house that may or may not be haunted. And that's really all I know, and I don't really want to know much more going into it. Roll number 6. And it is. That's an 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm going to roll. We'll see if I get an odd or an even. Odd. Finally, for roll number 6, I rolled an 8 and I surpassed the castle and went ahead and rolled, got a 3. That's odd, and that means I'll be reading a standalone. So I'm going to be picking Slewfoot, which I have already told you all about and can't wait to get to. So the board game gods were very nice to me this month, and I'm really happy about that because I was very worried, but I ended up getting a lot of the books on my TBR that I really wanted. I have a few that I was not able to get on here, but that's okay. I'll still be able to read them. I still have some wiggle room, I think. But so we have these 5 books here: Dead Silence, The Turn of the Key, Dragon Mage, Slewfoot, The Year of the Witching. And I also have Claimed by Blood, Wolf Gone Wild, Her Soul for Revenge, and All the Lies. So that's 9 books total, and I don't think that's too difficult, and I think I should still be able to fit in some books for my for some of the vlogs that I want to do. Because actually, in reality, I think I have ended up reading like 14 or 16 books this month, plus a DNF, plus 2 DNFs. So yeah, I think I'm doing good. I'm feeling a little bit slumpy, but I think that having all these super fun, like fall vibes books on my TBR is going to kind of switch that around. So I think that will be good. If you like this video, please click the like button and subscribe if you're interested in more content from me. Comment down below and let me know, what are you going to be reading in September? Are you participating in Bookoplathon? Or are there any other readathons that you are participating in? Thank you so much for watching. I hope you had a good time. Until next time, keep reading and living your best life.
Try to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away.
But I've known you too long. It hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away.